I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take a
You want me to get out of hell?
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Calm down.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode. Tomo, we got some very important games this weekend, man. Football is, what's this? We got 3 more weeks of football, 4 more weeks total, 3 more weekends of football, man. Are you ready?
No,
For a
man.
long break?
No, I gotta watch the Wizard. I'm telling
I know,
you.
right? So, we got some important games, a lot on the line. A lot of first-time QBs will be playing if they win this weekend, will be in the AFC Championship for the first time in their careers. All right?
And NFC.
And NFC. So, man, can't wait. But Tomo, how you doing?
I mean, you seen the episode yesterday. The coach is back. Defensive coordinator may be back. You found a reel and put it in the NFL chat that I was trying to hide about Stephon Gilmore getting beat so bad on that route. I was like, I hope nobody find this. And Joe found it. But outside of that, man, I'm doing good. Another day to talk some sports. Come on here and get some people in the comments. Probably say something crazy again. But, we here and we ready to do, because Dave not here. But you already know what time it is.
Up.
And outside of that, man, how you?
I'm good. I'm ready to get the show popping. So look, y'all, before we get into the topics, we got to make sure y'all like this video. All right, like this video on 3 platforms. We are streaming this on YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure you like the video on all 3 platforms. Subscribe and follow on all 3 platforms. Share this video, all right? You want to share this video on all 3 platforms because you want others to come and watch live with you, because you can use that comment section. We can see all the comments that we'll be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to Daniel for being the first comment. This is like this 6th show in a row being the first comment. All right. So it's going to be another competition right there. We're only going to recognize the first comment, and I'm only going to recognize the first comment. So shout out to Daniel, all right? And use that comment section. And then look, if you're feeling good, you want to give out some donations or a gift, you can hit that super chat button on the bottom right of the comment section, right? And then you can throw in a super chat, add some dollars to it. We will pause everything we're doing, put you on the screen, read it out loud. You got the floor, because we appreciate all the gifts and donations. All right.
Gifts.
And last but not least, and enjoy the rest of the show, Tomo, the floor is yours, my man.
Is it? Because, technically, if you look at the logos behind us, the football version of it, we can go tit for tat. So I was like, no, y'all winning. How many games y'all won? It's more than 7.
4-game losing streak. I know that much.
Hey, I'd rather be on a 4-game losing streak than only have 7 wins. You know what I mean? It can get ugly. But I know we got a lot of games to talk about this weekend, some very important games, because it's really not that many, because technically it's dwindling down. And hopefully none of these games are only streaming on Peacock, because what y'all doing? Y'all here trying to steal some money, but hey, do your thing. I ain't mad at you, because I'm trying to get some too. Make sure y'all send the super chat. Gotta ask you real quick though, Joe, because we had a whole segment yesterday about quarterbacks and pressure. But we had a lot of coaches that did get fired, some that got rehired, and I just want to add, and some new ones that got hired as well. And you say, she'll take on some of these coaches. Like we want to start with New England, and then what is it? The Raiders.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I like the Mayo hire. I just hope that he doesn't implement. Well, I listened to some of his interviews so far, and his personality is really good. Like it's night and day from any other Belichick coach that I've seen for real. Like the Belichick coaches tree, they try to be like Belichick. They try to be this stern, hard nosed, like everything's in order type guy. Where you can see Mayo, he already seems like he's a former player. He can already tell he's a former player, that he's been there. He's way more likable. And I just hope that he takes the principles that Belichick taught him and put it into his own flavor versus trying to be Belichick, you know? So I think they'll be straight. He had an interview and they asked him, who you going to draft? He said, we're going to draft for the third pick. We're going to draft the best player for a very important position. All right. So we all know you're going to get a quarterback. So sorry, Mac Jones. And with Antonio Pierce, I like the move. The team fought for him, and you know, Tom, they really want him there because after every dub, they could hit a cigar in the locker room. But that's neither.
That's Vegas. That's Vegas for you.
But I will say though, ever since he's been a defense, ever since he's been a head coach, from the time he was a head coach to the end of the season, number one ranked defense in yards.
Wow.
All right, so he has made a difference, and we saw last year, 2 years ago when they made the playoffs. I forgot his name, the Italian guy. He was the interim head coach, and they brought in Josh McDaniels when they should have kept
Rich Bisaccia.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm glad that Mark Davis actually, and then that's two black head coaches too. Another thing.
True. And look at the former player aspect of it. I do like what this coaches market has turned into. Technically, if you look at the NBA side of it, we went from hearing, I know some people don't like this name, but hearing Stephen A. Smith say, look, man, where are the head coaches in the NBA? A few years later, look at it now. You got black coaches everywhere. Like, and even when they get fired, they still get a second chance. It ain't like back in the day where you get fired and you probably never see the light of day. Tyloo on his second team now and showing his worth. Cleveland's coach, Bickerstaff?
Bickerstaff.
Yeah, there we go. Because I call him Wes Unseld. I say he the real Wes Unseld. We got Wes Unseld. We got the Walmart version.
They look alike on the logo.
That's what I'm saying. So in that situation, but as far as the NFL, I like the Gerard Mayo hire as well. Because when you think about Belichick, coaching tree, like you said, is very shaky, but think of his former players that became coaches, and one of them is Mike Vrabel, and look what he did with the Titans. That was a good move. Also with the Raiders, I like how they actually listen to their players this go around, because they said, look, we finally got a coach that we want to play for, and let's keep him, because if you don't, we all want out. And normally ownership would be like, I don't care. You can go. I can get more players. They listen, and we'll see what happens next year. Cowboys kept Mike McCarthy, but I'm gonna just breeze over that. Meanwhile, go ahead.
Sorry, and Mark Davis said he loves the fact that they fought for him. And as far as Mayo, I heard that they said that he was a team captain in his rookie year, which is crazy, right? And also that he was in the coaches meetings right as a player. Like he stayed in the coaching meeting, so they knew he was gonna be a coach look it.
Well, then
look
at Belichick, man. You got linebackers and tight ends because Dan Campbell. So we're gonna get into these games. I just wanted to bring up the coaches market just a little bit because it's heating up out there, and a lot of changes gonna happen next season. But based upon what happens on Saturday, a lot of legacies may change up as well, because we got the young CJ coming up to Baltimore. Where it's gonna be frigid temperatures. It may be like negative. I don't know if it's gonna be in the negatives because I don't know. It might be 22 degrees out there. We don't know.
Snow today, right?
It snowed today, and it's gonna continue over until tomorrow. So, Lamar Jackson, is you gonna go stupid or not? That's what we want to know, because your playoff record got everybody saying, "Come on now, dummy, time to stand up." So, Joe, I don't want to pick teams because my record last week, I went 0-6. So hey, everybody out there, I just want to throw that out there for the record. So if I pick your team, don't actually come back and hit me up in the comments. But yeah, who you got winning, Joe?
All right. So the Texans and Ravens. This is a good one. All right. This is a good one. So look, obviously they played the first week of the season. The Ravens won that game. In that first game, right? CJ Stroud threw 31 passes, Tomo. 31, right? But out of those, sorry, he threw 44. 44 pass attempts. Out of those 44 pass attempts, 31 of them were 9 yards or less. And one of CJ Stroud's strong points is deep ball. Like he's a great deep ball thrower. Pause. Right? Yeah, for my white boys, right? So this dude, and then for passes 20 yards plus against the Ravens the first game, he's 0 for 2. But this year so far, right? CJ Stroud, 1,000 plus passing yards, right? He's the only player with 1,000 plus passing yards, all right, with 0 interceptions on deep passes. The only player in the NFL. So he's impressive. When we saw him against the Colts, first game in this game. Man, I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that time loud, I started yelling, like, oh! I got hyped. Because you don't really see that no more in today's NFL on the first play.
Nah, you don't, especially from a rookie.
But the Ravens on the other coin, right? The Ravens completion percentage number 1, right? Completion percentage allowed number 1. Passing yard attempts allowed, they number 1. TD interception ratio, they're number 1. Right? And pass rating on deep passing, they're number 1. So this is gonna be a clash right here. This is a perfect match for CJ for the defense, right? So if he could overcome this, that'd be great. Also, right, CJ Stroud against the Browns under pressure, because you might say this pressure him under pressure, right? Against the Browns, he was 7 for 8 from the field, 118 yards. He wasn't even sacked once, no interceptions. All right,
under pressure.
So, under pressure, he was 7 from 8.
There's some vet quarterbacks that can handle that.
That's what I'm saying, man. CJ Stroud different. And now I'm starting to like him too, man. You know, you're a God fan, man. Hey, NBC, I don't like what you did either, by the way. All right. But and then also, right, the Texans, we all know that the Texans do a great job taking care of the ball. They're number 1 as far as the fewest giveaways. But the Ravens are tied, guess for who? The New York Giants, right? With the most takeaways in the NFL. So that's going to be a match. But at the same time of that, the Ravens got the number 1 rushing attack. The Texans, I think they're 6th best rush defense. They held the Browns to 2.8 rushing yards. But the Ravens are different, man. When it comes to running the ball, it's going to be cold. I think Lamar Jackson, that defense, will be prepared for CJ Stroud and their defense. So I'm going to pick the Ravens to win this game, and I'm going to say they will win 31-20.
I knew AJ was on. I knew he was going to catch that hint. But see, it's something about confidence with young teams. And I tweeted this after they won the Browns game. I told the Cowboys Nation, I said, look, man, you see what the Texans did. You let a young team go out there and get confidence, and you're going to end up losing. And that's what happened with the Packers. This Texan team has built confidence in their young quarterback, their tight ends, their wide receiver core, and their defense. Like you said, they all play for each other. But that's in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So the same culture that they're building down there in Houston, we already see it in Baltimore. When you say the culture, you think of Lamar Jackson. When you think of every time the Ravens have went to the playoffs, it was because of Lamar Jackson. When they were in these games in the playoffs, it was because, again, Lamar Jackson. Sometimes some people would say if they wasn't in the game, it was because of Lamar Jackson too. But hey, I can't make that debate today because I know Carl gonna fight for me another day. Sometimes there we go. That's it right there. But again, quarterback threw him. Wide receiver do got to catch it. It's like point A and point B. But at the end of the
bad snap.
There you go. You know, things happen in football games. But again, that's still that culture is there. And every time the Ravens had to play a big game, they showed up and showed out. People doubted them against the Seahawks, showed up and showed out. People said this Lions team is a good team. Can the Ravens actually show up? And people was really still asking, did Detroit show up to that game? The Rams were trying to fight for a playoff spot. They went up there, they fought hard, but the Ravens did their thing. Then they went out to Santa Clara and told y'all we the best football team in the NFL and put pause on Purdy. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. It's pretty sad, actually. But I'm a Cowboys fan, so it wasn't that sad. But something about a playoff game changes everything. And again, being a Cowboy fan, I know that because I have a quarterback that somehow can only win 1 or 2 playoff games in his entire career. But then you fast forward back to say, well, Lamar is a unanimous MVP, but he only has 1 playoff win on his record as well. So is it time for him to show up in the playoffs? Ravens fans, you can kill me and say everything that I just said sounds like an excuse, but the facts are the facts. No matter how the game ended, he wasn't on the winning side except for that one time against the Titans. This is your moment. It's AFC South again, and I think he can do it.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay. Look, the over and under on the points, 43.5. I'm going to take. Go ahead.
I'm going to say under.
I'm going to say under too. I'm saying under. I'm saying 31. No, I'm saying over. I'm tripping. 31-20. Over.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be one of those 20. You said the over and under is what?
43.5.
Yeah, I'm going like 20-7.
And it's the first game Saturday too. Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a lot of different factors. Now, when the Ravens get to the Super Bowl and they play an NFC team, y'all might as well go ahead and get your popcorn and wait for Usher to come out at halftime. Because when they play the NFC, he gonna ball out.
Watch this.
That's what he gonna say too. But we gotta talk about 2 teams I don't even like.
Ooh.
I can't stand
I know, right?
I can't stand neither one of these. I can't stand neither one of these teams. The 49ers, after a bye week. I gotta say that too about the Ravens. They came off a bye week. So that's what happened when you get the 1 seed, come out the bye week. And I want to throw out there, they got Dalvin Cook. So that's why I said they're gonna win this one. The run game was there. But that's old news when we talking about the new news. Because the new news right now is, I don't know if you watch NFL like with the sound. When they got the sounds from the sidelines, like like that, because that's the new news is going around town. You know, Aaron Jones and the Packers, they got this newfound confidence within Jordan Love. They like, man, look, with you out there, we can make things happen. But some people forget that you can only show up sometimes in one city and then go to another one and act like you a whole new person. Some people asked on the Breakfast Club a long time ago, can your ness get deleted? Sometimes it can when you move to a new city. So can your quarterback-esque get deleted when you go to San Francisco? We're going to find out when the Packers go out there to play the 49ers. Joe, this is going to be one of the hardest games I got to pick this week. The only reason it's going to be a hard game because I don't want to see the 49ers advance, but I also don't want to see the Packers advance. But the 49ers are going to win this game because it's Lafleur versus his
master.
You can say, I would say it's gonna be like 30-17.
The over under on this is 50.5.
Yeah, 30-17.
So you got the under.
Yep.
All right. You know what's crazy? If the Packers win, then they are playing in Dallas in the Dome, basically, warm weather. San Francisco, warm weather. Either Tampa, warm weather, or Detroit in the Dome. So they chilling like the whole playoffs. Like
I see what you did there.
Okay. That was an accident, but all right. but so look, this is a weird stat time, all right? And AJ gonna love this. He loves when I talk about Purdy. Do you know that all year, every time Purdy trailed by 7 points, he lost? Except for one game.
So what's his record? What's his record when trailing?
Well, he won over Philly. But anyway, look, when he's trailing by 7 points or more, he only won one game this year, and that was against the Cardinals, and it was 7-0. So the score was 7-0, and then it was 7-7. Then it was winning 14-7, and then it just ran it up from there. But when they're down by 7, they're Purdy hasn't proven to us to play from behind. Another stat I want to give you about Kyle Shanahan. We all know about Kyle Shanahan, right? About playing from behind. Kyle Shanahan, his career, all right? Where I got it. Where is that? Come on, Joe. Where is that? All right, here we go. Kyle Shanahan in his career. Man, this happens every time. I thought I had it. Oh, here you go. Oh my gosh.
You sound that's Kyle Shanahan proteges when they think they're gonna beat them. You almost had them. Here we go again.
Kyle Shanahan went trailing by 7 points in his career in the second half. Anytime in the second half, he's 4-42. That's terrible. All right. When he's trailing by 7 points or more in the fourth quarter, he's 2-41. So, what we know about Jordan Love and them when they win their games, they get off to a high start. What they do? They got off to a high start. Remember against the Detroit game Thanksgiving? Got off to a high start. That's the key. They had to get to a high start. All right. So now, if they don't get to a high start, the 49ers start getting momentum. It's hard to slow them down. Once the 49ers get a lead, you talking about front runners. No, this is Dave, but if they get a lead, they just pile on. It's hard to take the lead back from the 49ers.
Talking about Dave. My team do the same thing.
Yeah, facts. Y'all do though. Y'all do. So man, that's gonna be key.
Wow, we are the same team. Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Well, technically, y'all not, but
not like that. I'm talking about like when we down 7, it get ugly.
It does though, and then when y'all get a lead, like he said, y'all get confident. That's how getting turnovers is ridiculous. But that's what they do. It's like a whole stampede of just stuff happening with San Francisco, and they just run the score up. All right. But I trust Matt LaFleur a lot.
Uh-oh.
All right. I trust Matt LaFleur a lot. I think with Aaron Rodgers somewhat hindered him in the playoffs. Bosa said something key. He said Aaron Rodgers is the type of quarterback who goes off script. Right? The coach tell him to do this, and a lot of times he goes off the script. When Jordan Love stays with the script. And a lot of times it's better to stick to the script. Not Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa said that. But I'm going to go with the 49ers, man. I mean, I can't see the 49ers not being prepared for this game. I mean, they've been waiting since the second half to play the Packers. Since the second quarter. They've been staying since the second quarter. They already had an unfair advantage. So they've been resting. They're fully healthy. So I'm going to go with the 49ers to win this game. And I'm going to say it's going to be closer than what people think it is. I think it's going to be like a 10-point lead. Let's say like 35 to maybe 24, something like that. So I'm like somewhere around that range. So I'm taking it over, by the way.
See, with that though, Joe, it's one of those things where you gotta go back to matchups. And I think this where I may have went wrong last weekend, like really not seeing who the Packers had on their defense. But if you look at the 49ers offense, Jair can't check everybody. You know what I mean? Like they got Darby over there who got the pick 6, but you can't check everybody. And also the one thing that the Cowboys didn't have that the 49ers are going to show up with is a run game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to match your run game for run game because C-Mac is there. Tight ends, you clearly seen that even though when the Cowboys was down, Ferguson was finding ways to get open in the middle of the field at times. So again, you still got Kittle, Ayuk. Like, it's going to be a heavy test for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is I did pick the score. I think I said 31-17. That 17 may be the first three or four scores that they get, and then I can see the 49ers just turning it up, and then it's over after that.
I can see that score. I think Aaron Jones is going to struggle, though.
I think so, too. Yeah, it's not going to be like last week. You're going up against some real linebackers this time. You ain't got no safeties down in the box who you can run over. But it's not for me to have a soapbox moment. Because technically it went from a soapbox moment to how did they get here? Like, are they supposed to be here? We know the Lions showed all season that they supposed to be here. But the Buccaneers, like Baker Mayfield, Brady left. There was so many questions like, can Baker be Brady? I know they both got B's in their name, but is he going to be able to actually get them to the playoffs? And he showed that. Is he going to be healthy enough to beat the Eagles? He did that.
Yes, he did.
Dan Campbell, all of his press conferences up until today, people was still laughing at him. So much you're going to bite the kneecaps off and you're going to keep fighting until you can't fight no more. And Detroit is hosting yet another playoff game with the Buccaneers. The funniest thing I've heard throughout all of this matchup is the commentator or the news lady asking the Buccaneers coach, seeing as though it's going to be frigid temperatures in Detroit, Are you preparing your team mentally to go up there and play? And he looked back. Todd said, "You do know they play in a dome, right?" Joe, who you got?
yeah. He could have at least gave us some grace though. He could have said, "Well, the fact that they're playing in the dome, I think would be good as far as the weather," and just talk about something else. But he was like, we playing in the dome like that."
She was like, "It's gonna be so cold in Detroit. It's
I
so
know.
cold in the D."
See, I ain't want to say it. See, like Tomo, when you would listen to us ask the question, you was probably like, "Where's you going with this? Like, where are you going with this?"
I said,
But
"That's her first day, or she lost the bet. One of the two."
I know, right? She lost the bet. I know,
So
right?
she had
She lost her fantasy league, fantasy football. All right, but look, what is Todd Bowles known for?
defense.
Blitzing, right? Blitzing the quarterback, pressure. Jared Goff, he's known for not being good under pressure.
Mhm.
Listen to stat, Tomo. The Vikings blitzed Jared Goff the last game of the season, right? 26 out of 33 dropbacks. That's the fourth highest blitz rate in a game since 2018, right? 78%, by the way. That's crazy, 78.8%. Goff completed 18 of 26 against that blitz, 259 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. Do you know, Tomo, Jared Goff leads the NFL with 1,623 yards against the blitz this season? That's crazy.
Yo,
That's crazy. You know, so Goff gonna be just fine under this. Now, one thing about Jared Goff is this though, he can just go black. He can black out any second. Like the Bears game, when they play the Bears, and then he just blacked out. He just didn't look the same. Like
the Packers
the
game.
Ravens, I get it. What you about to say?
I said the Packers too.
Yeah, So the Packers game, he had 3 bad games. Packers game, the Bears game, and the Ravens game. But outside, it's one more game out there too. But outside of that, he's been really good, right? So he leads that, right? Detroit's defense, right? They're not really good in the pass. This game is gonna be won in the air. I would say that, right? Now, one thing about Detroit defense, they are bad in the air. Right now, they are the 6th worst passing defense in the NFL. The Bucs are 4th though. The Bucs are not. They right in front of the Eagles. They're not that good either, right?
So what, they 83rd?
Yeah, the Eagles 3rd worst.
No, they 83rd.
83rd. Yeah, 83rd in the league, right? So the Lions got a bad pass defense, but the Bucs key is they're gonna have to hit the home run play. Like when Mike Evans catch the ball deep, he has to score. He can't get caught up in the red zone. One thing about Detroit, in the last 3 games, they're first in red zone percentage allowed. They allowed 16% of touchdowns in the red zone the last 3 games. The reason why the Rams lost because they couldn't get in the end zone. They was moving the ball up and down the field, but when they got to that red zone, they could not punch it in. Detroit is going to make you settle for that field goal. So the Buccaneers are going to have to punch it in when they connect on the deep ball. Pause. All right. So, but by saying all that, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. Right. I think this is going to be the only blowout game. I don't think it's going to be close. I think this game is going to be like, I don't know. I think the Bucs might score 10 points the whole game. All right. Wow. I don't think it's going to be a close game. The over and under on this game is 49.5. I'm going with the under. Easy.
Wow. You don't think the Bucs gonna score 10 points?
Nah, I think he's gonna.
After you just said that about their passing game?
Yeah, but they not elite though. You know, now they got Mike Evans, they got Chris Godwin, right? They could have hanged 40 on Philly. They would have caught a couple of passes, but Detroit is a bend but don't break type defense, and Detroit's offense also gonna put a lot of pressure on the Buccaneers for Baker Mayfield to press. That's what's gonna happen. And Baker Mayfield is gonna unwrap. Not say he's gonna fold, but he's gonna throw a couple of interceptions probably. So I think it's gonna be a bad game for the Buccaneers.
See, but the thing about it is, Golf could do the same thing because they gonna send the same. This is literally 2 of the same teams almost facing each other outside of because
Detroit can run the ball. The Bucs can't.
The Bucs can run the ball too. See,
they worse in the league in rushing.
Hey, when you in the playoffs, you a whole new team. Remember? You get a whole new record. It's a whole new set of stats. Like all that starts over. So you see how they was moving the ball the last game they played with White. Now technically, I think he got a little injured, but they could run the ball a little bit. Also,
defense.
That's pass defense.
Okay.
They 83rd in pass defense. Their front seven can still get. I mean, their front four can still get to you.
Front three.
If they got some time. Now one of them gonna fall on you, but this is not about him. So with the Bucks, they can run the ball, but also when you talked about the Rams game, right? You said they couldn't punch it in when they got to the red zone. Didn't that running back get hurt? I think Kyron Williams got hurt in that game. So that kind of affects some of the play calling that happened down there too. Because technically, once they found out that he could run the ball the way he was running, they was keeping in games with everyone. If the Bucks can slow down Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery, they got a shot. Because St. Juice is good. They got another guy on the other side too. Yeah, this is gonna be a good game. I don't see how you got to a blowout, Joe. Like, I don't see how you got to a blowout. But I am picking Detroit. I say all that, but I'm just saying I don't see how you got to a blowout. I think the Buccaneers can put up another good fight. They just gonna come out on the losing end. And point wise, this might be one of those 26-23. It come down to a field goal type game. You know what I mean?
Field goal type game?
Yeah, I see it coming down to a field goal, man. At the end of the day, though, Joe, you got to think of who's the coach on the other side. Dan Campbell's going to have a moment where either the risky play works or you're looking at him like, why would you do that now? So that's why you kind of gotta lean it towards that factor. He did it last week; it worked in his favor. Every time he tried the same thing again another week, it gets a little ugly.
My man Ben Johnson is trying out for a head coaching job. He going against one of the worst pass defense in the NFL. Woo, it's about to get ugly.
See, that's where it could go left.
It could go left because, like I said, Jerry Goff. But I think it's going to be at least a 14-point game. That's at least. Now, if it's not, it's because they got a touchdown, garbage time, some kind like that. But it's gonna be some separation in that game.
That could affect that over under. You said it's 48.5.
49.5. I'm going under.
Yeah, I think I'm going over. I said 26. Yeah, I'm going over.
You going over?
Yeah, 26, 20. I think I'm right at it.
26 what?
I said 26, 23. That's 49.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right under. You 0.5 under.
Oh, the 0.5.
You at 49.
Yeah, that 0.5. I forgot in betting that 0.5 will make it. That 0.5 will make or break you, man.
I know.
Yeah, this is not a weed show, but that 0.5 is something different. But this next topic, man, this is AJA, FJA. I don't know what Carl gonna do. Actually, I do know what he gonna do.
Yeah, we know he gonna pick.
It's FJA. It's FJA. He came out last week and showed us that he was the true running back in the NFL. I got to throw that shot out there every time because people want to say all our black quarterbacks is running backs. Josh Allen playing the same way, so
yes,
he's a running back. But the tables are slightly turning. Josh Allen has the team. They are hot. A few players won't be playing this week, but it's in Buffalo. You're not going to Kansas City this time. It's a different type of code. It's cold out there, but this is your code. This is your home code. I might go help him shovel just so I can go watch this game. That's how bad I want to see how this game will turn out. I'm gonna be mad you do all that shoveling and Josh Allen win. But Chiefs at Bills, another legacy game. This could either make or break the Josh Allen narrative for people who do have a narrative on Josh Allen. This could either give people nothing but another room for excuses with Patrick Mahomes to say, hey, now it's time for you to actually build an offense around him instead of just making him the vocal point. Go get a wide receiver, go get a running back, so on and so forth. Joe at 6:30, bless you, on Sunday.
Getting allergic to this game. Go ahead. He's talking about snow on that stuff. I start getting sick over here.
Joe at 6:30. What's gonna happen, man?
Woo!
Who
All
is
right,
going to win it?
this is the game of the week. Game of the weekend. Tomo, my Super Bowl picks, 49ers and the Chiefs. All right. The Chiefs are defeated. They haven't won a game, right, when their opponent scores over 20 points. 21 points, sorry. But on the other coin, they are undefeated when they score more than 21 points.
Hmm.
He played against. This will be the 7th time he's playing against Josh Allen, and the Bills, I should say. 7th time he's playing the Bills, and out of those 6 previous times, he only played in Buffalo once. So I forgot who said it, but one of the defendants on Buffalo said he's never played in Buffalo. He don't know what Buffalo look like. He always played when it was good outside. He never played at this time of the year. He said he don't know what the Bill Mafia's fan look like. That's what he said.
Man,
On my
he
home.
don't. He don't.
So Tomo, this is tough because this is my Super Bowl pick. You don't bet against Mahomes, man. So off the strength of that, I have to see it happen. I'm going to pick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but Tomo, I have a deep feeling he's gonna take a L. I really do. Like this is like my body is 10, right? 9 is telling me to pick the Bills, but then when I get to the 10th part, which is up here, it's like Joe Mahomes, bro, don't do it. This he gonna make something happen. So I'm literally picking the Chiefs off the strength. Mahomes is a quarterback. That's the only reason I'm picking the Chiefs. But I will not be surprised if the Bills win this game. They haven't lost not one game by more than 6 points. It's going to be a close game. The Chiefs' offense is not the same, right? They are the second scoring defense in the league right now. The Bills are 4th. So I don't know, man. I want to pick the Bills, but I'm going to ride with Mahomes because he's the best player in the league, and I can't bet against him.
This is fun.
Hey, I'm just being honest, man. I'm being real.
That's funny because I thought when Brady left, we wouldn't have another quarterback where we could say that saying. You know, you're like, you don't bet against Tom, man. Like at the end of the day, this is kind of like a Tom Brady situation where it's like all the odds are not in your favor to go over there and win that game. How many times have we seen Tom Brady go out to Denver and find a way to win against a team that's kind of similar to the Buffalo Bills, where you got your quarterback, you got the defense, you got the running back, you got the wide receiver, and Brady just walking in with a tight end and Belichick on the sideline. Like that's just what it is. Now you got Mahomes walking in with Pacheco, Travis Kelce, Reese, and hopefully MVS hands show up. And you got my man Andy Reid on the sideline. It's like, can he do it? Because technically, it's all about the drops with the Chiefs. It's the same thing. That's funny, Carl. I don't know why you haven't said this yet. That's funny. It's all about the drops with the Chiefs. But when Lamar Jackson had that situation, it's all about Lamar. I'm just saying. That's a moment you could have threw out there because I literally just thought of it. Do I want to see Josh Allen actually get over the hump? Probably. Hey, that was wild. I see that on the sideline. Do I want to see Josh Allen get over the hump? It would be nice because now, he can actually live up to some standards that people have set for him, and they can actually talk about him the way they've been talking about him before he even reached this pinnacle. It's like, come on, man. He ain't the best quarterback yet. But y'all keep making it seem like he is. So now here's a moment where he can prove that he is worthy of being in that number 2 spot. Yeah. If he goes up there and defeats his demons because he's at home. He has, like I said, they're running the ball now. So the new offensive coordinator is going to make the right call for you. After watching that Steelers game, Josh Allen is going to make the right play when it's time to. He's not going to try to turn the ball over. Can he do it? Maybe next year, because I don't see him doing it. I got Mahomes winning this one. That defense, the Chiefs defense. You already know Chris Jones and them is not going to just go down. They're not going to go down without a fight. Even if Mahomes is not having his best day, they're going to try to find a way to make sure that Josh Allen turns his ball over. And if he turns the ball over, then that gives you more time with Mahomes to have it and make a play. So we gonna see.
I'm going with the Bills, man. I'm not gonna do this myself. I'm gonna be real. I can't. I'm not gonna just pick Mahomes because Mahomes. My gut is telling me the Bills gonna win. It really is, Tomo. So I'm gonna go with the Bills, man. I'm gonna pick the Bills to win. And this would be good for the league if the Bills win, because I think either way it will be, because Mahomes will be on that Tom Brady trajectory, right? Mm-hmm. But if Josh Allen wins, then you got Burrow, Josh Allen, and then Lamar got to step up to the plate next round. But do you know, since Mahomes been in the league, every Super Bowl champion either been Mahomes or they had to beat Mahomes outside of Matthew Stafford. So
I'm just saying.
The Bills win. I mean, I don't know.
The Bills win what?
They beat the Chiefs. I mean,
the Bills win.
There'll be an LJA Bowl, bro. Lamar against Josh Allen.
No, but what I'm saying, if the Bills win, that means the Ravens would have to lose for him to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
that's the only way the Bills getting there.
He already beat Lamar. I'm just saying.
When?
In the playoffs, and he beat Lamar last year too.
Joe. He got hurt.
Oh, he beat Lamar. It was 17-3, and he beat Lamar last year in the regular season. But it's a different Ravens team. I might pick the Ravens too, but I'm just saying it ain't that sweet.
Look,
the
way that Josh Allen could really prove the narrative wrong is if he don't turn the ball over in this game.
Yo,
because technically, when he went up against the Steelers, everyone was already saying it's like he could turn the ball over and they still would have a chance to win that game because of the quarterback that was playing for the Steelers. You got a different quarterback now. Saying when you in that weight class, you got to put numbers up.
And yo, if Josh Allen beat Mahomes and beat Lamar Jackson,
we got to retreat. We got to retreat.
Crazy.
We would have to retreat.
That's gonna be crazy. Oh man, that's a good story right there with Josh Allen.
I mean, the story
he beat two-time MVPs. I mean, that'd be crazy. But that's next round. You gotta focus on this two-time MVP first.
No. Let's keep talking about this because last team that did that, they lost badly. So yeah, let's keep talking about what he can do after you get past this team.
It's one game. I don't care. Like I think it's good for whoever wins. I'm cool with it. I want Mahomes to catch Brady. I would love to see that and witness that. And I want to see another quarterback get risen, and it helps the narrative. Like, oh, okay, Josh Allen now is he on Mahomes' level? That's gonna be another story to talk about.
The only reason I would be okay if he did win, is because all the praise they've been giving him up to this point will finally be deserving.
Yeah,
that's the only way. Because then
they're gonna come out the woodwork time. I don't love
it. Don't matter. They're gonna do it if he lose. That's the sad part.
Yeah,
and that's why FJA is here. Because if he lose, they're gonna come up here and be like, "Well, he played better than such and such," and like
they're gonna find the coach. Watch. Tomo, the over and under this game is 45.5.
That's a whole nother topic as far as the coach. But you said the over under. Did I pick a score?
No, I didn't either. We both did.
Let's just do the over under on this one.
Yeah. 45.5. That's basically a score of like 22.5. Like 23 is over.
I'm going with the over.
Yeah.
I'm going with the over.
Because look, when the Chiefs win, they score more than 20.
Yeah.
When they lose, they score less than 21. So
and that environment up there, like that, this is gonna be good for Mahomes too, because that's a different type of environment to play in. Like that Bills environment is just like a college environment. Like the stadium is meant for the sound to go down on the field. Like it's gonna be very, very interesting.
And it's snowing.
It's another legacy maker, man. It's gonna be a legacy maker for Josh Allen. Technically, it's not a legacy maker for Mahomes if he want to lose.
It will put the end to this bro. It's gonna be. Oh, it's not gonna snow. It's gonna be in Buffalo. It's gonna be a low 12 degrees, high 27.
I don't think it's gonna be. What was you about to say about Mahomes if he lose?
If Mahomes lose,
yeah, it won't put an end to no conversation because technically, how many times have they played in the playoffs? Like twice, right? And Mahomes beat them twice. Yeah, Mahomes beat them twice. You got.
I'm saying Mahomes win 3-0. They're gonna be like Josh Allen can never beat Mahomes. That's gonna be the talk.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
That's gonna be the talk. They're gonna be like, move on, get a new. The coach gonna get fired if they lose to the Chiefs. He's gonna get fired.
I think this is one of those teams that might be very. They might push the button, not blow the whole team up, but you're gonna see a lot of changes happen if they do lose to. And it depends on how they lose to this Chiefs team too. Like
like Stephon Diggs won't be there if they lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna start making some moves.
Yeah, and then you know what? They might keep the coach. He's their Mike McCarthy. Basically, I'm not saying like Mike McCarthy. His preparation for the team is probably better than Mike McCarthy, but he did come in there and change that culture though. He came into that whole Bills culture. They have winning aspirations now because he's there, and that's how Mike McCarthy is. Once he got there, y'all won 12 games, 12 games, 12. You know what I mean? Y'all expect to win the division. Y'all expect to do that, and it's like now we're in the playoffs. So the Bills are the same thing right now with the McDermott.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, in that aspect, yeah, you should expect the Bills to actually be in the playoffs. Honestly, if they would have never fired the offensive coordinator, I would have been okay because they wouldn't have made it, but they made it. So
Is
yeah,
it Mike McDermott? Something about.
Is it?
I said Doug.
I thought it was
McDermott.
Doug. Is it
Doug,
Doug?
the basketball player. No,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Like Doug? No, it's probably not Doug. But yeah, we can close this out. I definitely see that dude happening. I'm glad we was on the same page with that one because Stephon may be gone.
You know, maybe
that's the wild part. He ain't even doing nothing. He gonna be the reason they trade him out of here.
I know, right? He had a good game last game though, and he's gonna have to have a good. Gabe Davis out.
Yeah. Where would he go?
I mean,
nah, we not gonna do it. I'm just saying.
He gonna go to NFCs. Will he try to come with his brother though? I'm pretty sure they want to play together. And
but it's a trade.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might go. I don't know. Kansas City.
I'm just saying, like,
leave Josh Allen Mahomes. He
honestly,
might go to the Ravens.
If I'm Stephon Diggs' agent, and I know we about to get out of here, if I'm his agent, I'm sending him somewhere warm. So he got to go to the Jaguars or California. He got to go somewhere warm. Yeah,
Houston.
That would be nice. That would be nice with CJ.
No state income tax.
I mean,
in Texas.
I'm just telling y'all, when Refuse to Lose take off, man, and y'all see me move to Texas, it ain't because I'm a Cowboy.
I know, right?
I'm trying to keep some of this money, man.
All right. So
Don't
look,
want catches in California.
Hey, if he go to Houston, I'm gonna be like, we got 119, 2024. Let's get it. All right, 7:54. So that's what we started late. That's 50 minutes into the topic. All right, but my last words, man. Sacramento, man, y'all are. Whew, I mean, if I had hair, it would be great. But like y'all stressing me out. I'm watching these games, Tomo, and I'm just like, yo, I'm complaining the whole game. And this is, I know why, Tomo, because I'm used to mediocrity. I'm just used to that. And that's with the Commanders, and that's with the Kings. The Kings had one good year, 3rd seed, #1 offense, Tomo. Are you serious? You know, took the defending chance 7 games, Cuss player of the year, coach of the year. Of course, I'm gonna be excited about this year. Do you know we are like the same place we were last year for real, as far as record? But it just feels worse because I expect more from our people. So come on, y'all, do better. And it's all start with Aaron Fox. All right. I haven't worn my mask in a minute, man. I've been dying to wear that mask, but he not giving me the chance to do it. All right, the Commanders, man. Adam Peters, do your thing. The Couriers, keep the child alive.
You gotta give Mark a shout out too, because Mark had it turned up today.
Oh yeah, Mark was involved today. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, me and Mark. I'm gonna call you, man. We gotta talk. Me and Mark be grinding all 22s. You know, he watching all 22s and stuff. Me and Mark.
I'll be in there with the clicker, man. So hey, did you fast forward back?
I'm not gonna lie, Tomo. When we lost to the Lions in week 2 with Carson Wentz, we watched that whole game, all 22, and we realized how bad the defense was. We're like, bro, this is unacceptable. Like we on Jackson. That's why we don't like we on Jackson.
Joe, you didn't unravel the whole nother conversation right quick. Hold on, man. So you and Mark, after Commanders games, get on the phone and go play by play.
We go on Zoom, yeah.
And go play by play. Hey, Warren, man, we slacking, man. Hold up, man.
I hit up Mark. I said, Mark, we gotta get together and watch Caleb Williams. And he was like, I don't want Caleb Williams. I'm like, all right, bro. We ain't gonna do it. I'll do it myself.
Hey, Kev, man, I know you wish you had like another Eagle fan you could do that with.
Yeah, we do that though. So, hey, Mark, we gotta get back. We gotta look at Drake May because Drake May and Jalen Daniels. But also shout out to everybody on the network. Shout out to everybody in the R2L family, like as in the chats and everything. Hashtag Swiper season. Let's go. Like the bean.
Man, shout out to everybody that's in the chats. Like you said, shout out to all the new folks that's in the chat. Shout out to all the folks who went on winter vacation and then showed up right when the Cowboys started to get blown out. Like, shout out to you guys too. You make the chats even better. And shout out to Dave for always dropping some news right in the middle of when your team is losing. He like my man with the dagger. I'm like, bang. He's like, hey, bro, I don't need to see this right now. So you haven't won a playoff game since. I'm like, we don't need that right now. Positive affirmations here.
He hit you with the Green Bay's the first, the 7th seed to win the playoff game.
He said it right before Troy and them could say it. I'm like, bro, at least I can cuss Troy and them out, man. I just put my phone down. I'm like, come on, Dave. You ain't gotta do me like this. But yeah, shout out to Dave for always dropping the news. Shout out to, like you said, all the shows on the network. Again, shout out to In the Red Corner, RBO, CTC, FFC, BWT, Kings Talk, In the Doghouse, and R2L. Did I forget somebody? Nope.
I know, right? It's like, you gotta do that every time.
You gotta do the letters because there's so many letters. But shout out, I will say, shout out to you too. You know, Joe, for having all this start. You know, the NFL season is coming to an end, so a lot of basketball talk is about to pick up. A lot of off-season talk is about to pick up. So these topics, man, it will be very, very interesting. And we got college basketball, so you know CTC about to take off. And Maryland, just beat MSU. The Pistons couldn't, the Wizards couldn't beat the Pistons, but I need Maryland to beat MSU.
What do you care about?
Yeah, because that one's the Pistons is all right, but that MSU was near and dear.
Let's get it. All right, that's all we have for y'all today. Football is gonna be good this weekend, and we'll see y'all next episode on Monday.
FJ8, peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.